See, this class is very important. Very unknown fact about the classifications are discussed in this class. So carefully see the class and take notes for all the points. This is very important. So carefully listen this class. See, this is very important. So listen carefully. Estimated number of known living species on Earth. Okay, more than half of the biosphere is with insects. Okay, insects. How many varieties of insects? In the sense 74,000 varieties of insects are living on Earth. Okay, let us take the plants. Okay, it is 2,90,000 plants are there. 2,90,000. Okay, and varieties, I'm telling varieties. Here also it is more than half of the biosphere is filled with insects. How many varieties? 74,000 varieties. Plants, 2,90,000 varieties. And let us take the algae. Okay, algae in the sense 23,000 varieties of algae are present on the Earth. Then protozoa, they are unicellular organisms. They are 30,000 varieties of protozoa. That, for example, euglena, amoeba, like that, protozoas, okay, are 30,000. Fungi, let us take fungi. 66,000 varieties of fungi are there. Okay, just double the size of the protozoa. 30,000 in the sense, this is 66,000 are fungi. Okay, coming to the other animals, higher animals, if we take, they are 2,80,000 animals are there on the Earth. And MONERA, if you take MONERA, bacteria and similar forms are coming under MONERA. Okay, MONERA is one of the kingdom, MONERA kingdom, that consists of bacteria and other similar organism are called MONERA, and the virus also coming under this one. Okay, so the bacteria and other organisms are 4,600 varieties are there. Okay, let us take virus in the sense virus 1100 viruses are there. Okay, viruses are 1100, that is 1100. Okay, so MONERA is bacteria and viruses. Okay, viruses, that is bacteria are 4,600, viruses are 1,100. Okay, so let us recall this once again. The insects are occupying more than half of the biosphere. More than half of the biosphere is occupied by insects. The varieties are 74,000. Okay, let us take the plants. This takes this much part of the biosphere. It is 2,90,000 types of plants. Varieties of plants are there on the Earth. And let us take the algae. Algae are occupying this much. Okay, this is a pie diagram. Keep in mind. Okay, 23,000 of varieties of algae are there. Protozoa, if we take 30,000 protozoa. Fungi, 66,000 known. Okay, known, these are, keep in mind. And 63,000 and other organisms, including us, it is 2,80,000. And apart from this, there is a special kingdom called MONERA. In that, bacteria and viruses are living. Bacteria are 4,600 bacteria are there, and viruses are 1,100 viruses are there in MONERA. Okay. What we are going to see is today the organism, classification of organism. Okay. So classification of organism, if you take, we have 5 major kingdoms. Okay. What are those we are going to see today? So organism, in the sense, it is divided into 2. One is prokaryotes and another one is eukaryotes. What is prokaryote? In the sense, they won't have a specific nucleus. Those organisms are coming under prokaryotes. They won't have the nucleus. You see, for example, this is cell, in the sense there will be a prominent nucleus. If the nucleus is there, in the sense, it is called as eukaryotes. Okay, nucleus and nucleolus and all the other organisms are Okay, small organelles will be present in the cytoplasm. Then this cell is called as eukaryotic cell. Okay, this cell is called as eukaryotic cell. The mitochondria, the lysosomes, all the other organelles will be present in the cytoplasm. So such a proper structured cell is called as eukaryote. Okay, eukaryotes. And if the nucleus, this is the nucleus. So if this nucleus is, see, this is nucleus actually. Prokaryotes won't have the nucleus. Okay, in prokaryotic cell there won't be any proper structure of nucleus, but the nuclear material will be present, but there won't be a specific nucleus. Okay, so those cells are coming under, or those organisms are coming under prokaryotes. Okay, this kingdom is called as MONERA. This kingdom is called as MONERA. So in MONERA kingdom, the organisms doesn't possess any nuclear, proper or specific nucleus. Okay, this concern coming under MONERA, called as prokaryotes. Coming to the eukaryotes may be unicellular or multicellular. Okay, unicellular organisms are coming under the kingdom PROTISTA. Okay, protozoans are coming under this kingdom, PROTISTA. Okay, and eukaryotes, the multicellular without the cell wall won't be there. Okay, those are coming under the kingdom Animalia. Okay, Animalia, this is animal cell. Plant cell, in the sense how the plant cell possesses cell wall, and it has a specific proper structure. Okay, because of the presence of the cell wall, the cell is stiff in nature. This is cell wall. Okay, cell wall, and the nucleus, everything will be there. In plant cell, this is plant cell, proper structure will be there for the plant cell, whereas in animal cell there won't be a proper structure. This is cell wall, and this is called as cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane, got it? Cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane, but cell wall is absent, whereas here cell wall and cell membrane will be there. Okay, so this is the structure of plants. This is the animal cell, and this is the plant cell. Okay, so without cell wall, the kingdom is called as Animalia. Okay, without cell wall, the kingdom is called as Animalia. Okay, now with cell wall, this again divides into two kingdoms. One is fungi and another one is plantae. Okay, fungi we all know that, and plants, all the plants are coming under this kingdom, and all the fungi are coming under this kingdom, and do not perform photosynthesis. Why they are not involved in photosynthesis? In the sense, fungi do not have any chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast, so they are unable to prepare the food material. They depends on other organism. Okay, now able to perform photosynthesis, that is plantae, the kingdom. So they can prepare their own food material, so they are called as autotrophic. They are called as autotrophs or autotrophic. Okay, autotrophs. Okay, so let us see. There are, once again I am recalling this: MONERA, PROTISTA, fungi, plantae, and Animalia. These are the 5 major kingdoms. So what are they? MONERA, PROTISTA, fungi, plantae, and Animalia. Okay, plantae in the sense all the plants coming under this, Animalia in the sense all the animals which comes under this, and PROTISTA in the sense protozoa. For example, let us see amoeba. Okay, amoeba, single cell animals comes under this one. Okay, single cell animal. Okay, amoeba, let us take. And the next one, this PROTISTA, is again divided into two: do not perform photosynthesis and able to perform photosynthesis. Okay, that is the fungi. Fungi won't have the chloroplast, so they unable to prepare its food material. Plantae, it is green in color because of the presence of the chloroplast, so they can prepare their own food. Okay, and a multicellular without cell wall present only in the plant cells. Okay, this is cell wall only in the plant cell, whereas in animal cell membrane will be, okay, cell membranes present. The outer membrane is called as cell membrane. Okay, they all comes under Animalia. So this is a simple classification of the organisms. Organisms are divided into two, prokaryotes and eukaryote. Prokaryote in the sense no specific nucleus, eukaryote specific nucleus will be. Those organisms are called as eukaryote. Eukaryote is again divided into two, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular is Protista, the kingdom Protista. Example, keep in mind, it is amoeba. Okay, and see amoeba, you can see a specific nucleus. Can you see this? This is specific nucleus. Okay, so eukaryotes consist of a specific nucleus. Okay, it is unicellular. Amoeba is unicellular. This is amoeba. Amoeba is unicellular and comes under which kingdom? Protista kingdom. And multicellular. Okay, eukaryotes are divided into unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular is Protista with the cell wall. Okay, with the cell wall. This again divides into two. Do not perform photosynthesis, that is fungi. Okay, and able to perform photosynthesis, that is Plantae. Okay, and coming under the next one, multicellular without cell wall, Animalia. Okay, Animalia, the kingdom Animalia. Let us see plants classification. Okay, in classification of the plants, it is two classification we can see. First one is do not have differentiated plant body. Okay, such a type of organism or coming under Thallophyta. Example is Spirogyra. What you are seeing here is the Spirogyra. Okay, this is not have a definite or differentiated plant body. Okay, so these are just arranged. This is one cell and this is again another cell and this is again another cell. So these cells are arranged one above the other, and what you are seeing here is the chloroplast in a spiral way. So this is called as Spirogyra. Okay, it's a algae. Okay, so they do not have the differentiated plant body, coming under Thallophyta. Thallophyta. First division is called as Thallophyta. Okay, which do not have any differentiated body. And the next division is called as having differentiated plant body. Okay, this again divides into two. One is Bryophyta. Okay, that is without specialized vascular tissue. Without specialized vascular tissues. Vascular tissues won't be there. Best example is moss. Okay, what you are seeing here is the moss. Okay, so they are not having any proper vascular tissues in there. So very primitive. The cell structure is very primitive. They are coming under Bryophyta. Thallophyta, the best example, keep in mind, Spirogyra, and Bryophyta is moss. Okay, next one, with vascular tissue. With vascular tissue, again these plants are divided into two. One is do not produce seeds and another one is produce seeds. Okay, those who do not produce seeds are named as Teredophyta. And best example is fern. In the previous class we have seen the leaves will be, okay, they don't have any stem like that. From the root the leaf arise. Okay, and if you see the fern's leaf will be like this. Okay, and they won't produce any seeds, but at the back side of the leaf we can find spores. Okay, those spores produce the new plant, fern. Okay, fern. This is a structure of the fern. So under the leaf we can find the spores. These spores fell down and produce a new plants. Okay, so this is coming under Teredophyta. They do not produce the seeds. Okay, then what they produce? Spores at the back side of the leaf. If you see, this is the leaf. The back side we can find a black color structure. Okay, black color structure like this. So sporangia, these are called as, inside this sporangia spores will be. Okay, and that when it matured it fell down and new New plants come from the spores. Okay, spores. They produce spores, not seeds. Okay, so all these plants are comes under Teredophyta. Okay, and the next one is Panerogams. Panerogams, they produce the seeds. Here also, these panerogams are divided into two. One is bare naked seed and bare seeds in fruits. Okay, inside the fruits we can find seeds, but here the seeds are, there won't be any fruits. Okay, that is called as gymnosperm, and bare seeds in fruits called as angiosperm. This is otherwise called as flowering plant, non-flowering plant. Okay, we won't find any flowers in these plants, so straight away they give the bare naked seeds. You can see here, these are the gymnosperm, pine. Okay, pine trees, all the pine varieties are coming under gymnosperm. Okay, and you can see the angiosperm, all the trees, that is flower bearing trees, are comes under angiosperms. They bear the fruit, and seeds will be inside. Okay, again this angiosperm are divided into two. Okay, one is dicot and another one is monocot. Dicot in the sense two cotyledons will be. For example, let us take the groundnut. Okay, groundnut, if you break this groundnut, you can get two pieces, isn't it? Two equal halves. These are called as cotyledon. When we put this seed inside the soil, the plant comes like this. You can find it, it has two leaves like this. Okay, so these are called as cotyledon. Okay, dicotyledon in the sense two cotyledon. One, this is next one, two cotyledons will be. Okay, so if you put the seed inside, in the sense the plant arises, this is root, and the plant arises in the middle, and this become one cotyledon, and this become another cotyledon. Okay, so this is called as dicot plant. P in the sense all the beans variety are dicotyledons. Okay, and coming to the monocot is maize, rice or all comes under monocot. That is they have only one cotyledon. If you take the rice seed, you can find it, there is only one cotyledon. At this edge we can find the baby plant. So if the seed, if you put it in the ground, in the sense the root forms, okay, then the plant come from this. Okay, this is monocotyledon. There won't be any only one cotyledons. Okay, only one cotyledon will be. So this is called as monocot in symbol. Okay, symbol form. Cotyledon is symbolized into cot, monocot, dicot. Okay, let us see once again this one. Plants are divided into or classified into two varieties. One is Thallophyta in the sense they don't have any differentiated plant body, and another classification we differentiated it as a differentiated plant body. Okay, again this differentiated plant body is divided into two. One is without any vascular tissues. Example is moss. They all come under Bryophyta. Okay, and with the vascular tissue, again divides into classified into two varieties. Do not produce seeds, produce seeds. Okay, do not produce seeds are called as Teredophyta. Example is fern. See, this is the fern, and there won't be any proper stem and all. So it from the root straight away the leaves arises, and they won't produce any seeds or any flowers, any seeds, nothing. So how they propagate, in the sense they propagate through spores. Where we find these spores? Under the leaf we can find the sporangia, and from the sporangia the spores form, they fell down and produce new plants. Okay, this is Teredophyta. And coming to the next one, they produce seeds are called Panerogams. Panerogams are again classified into two, bare naked seeds and bare seeds in fruits. Okay, naked seeds are called as gymnosperm, and fruits and the bare seeds in the fruits are called as angiosperm. These two are otherwise called as flowering plants and non-flowering plant. Example, pinus. Pinus in the sense the pine trees. All the pine trees are coming under this. See, you can see the naked seeds. Straight away these seeds fell down and they come as a new plant. Okay. Let us take the angiosperms. Angiosperms in the sense flowering plants. All the flowering plants are coming under angiosperm. Again, these are classified into two, dicot and monocot. Dicot in the sense they possess two cotyledon. cotyledon, for example groundnut I have shown, when they grown up, when the seeds are put into the soil, okay, the seedlings comes out, the two sides of the seedlings we can find the cotyledons. So these plants are called as dicot plant, and if there is only one cotyledon in the sense, those are called as monocot. Example, paddy and maize. Okay, when the seedlings comes in the sense, we can find only one cotyledon at the side of the plant. Okay, so so I think you clearly understood the classification of the plants. Once again we go for this. Plants are divided into two, Thallophyta and having differentiated body. In that again classified into Bryophyta, and with the vascular tissues it is again divided into, it is classified into two, that is Tetraphyta and Phanerogams. Tetraphyta means they do not produce the seed, instead they produce the spores. Okay, produced seeds are called as Phanerogams. Phanerogams are again classified into Gymnosperm and the angiosperms. Angiosperms means flowering plant, gymnosperms means non-flowering plant. Example, pinus and the angiosperms, they is again divides into two, dicot and monocot. Okay, dicot is example pea or groundnut, keep in mind. Monocot in the sense maize or paddy. So a little bit clearly we can see the plants which make seeds and the plants which do not produce the seeds. Okay, so plants which don't make the seeds and plants which make seeds. Okay, plant don't make seeds are they have no true roots or stems or leaves. This already we have seen, it is algae. Okay, single cell structure, and they have no roots or leaf-like structure. Okay, it is algae actually, Spirogyra, everything we have seen. No, so such type of plants are called as algae. Algae, they never make seeds. Okay, and again another one, they have the roots, stems and leaves. Okay, the plants have roots, stems and leaves. Example is fern. Okay, you can see this is a primitive stem-like structure and leaves are here, but they won't make the seeds. Okay, the spores, they produce the spores, through that they propagate. Okay, and you can see this another one example of this one primitive plant organism is mosses. I told you now, these are the moss. It looks like plants, but they don't have a proper leaves. Okay, stems, but some roots will be to absorb the nutrients from the air or from the soil. They absorb the nutrient, but they don't have any leaves or stem structure. Okay, coming to this make seeds, they are classified into two. One is gymnosperm and the angiosperm. I told you the non-flowering plants are coming under gymnosperms. Okay, no flowers, they won't produce any flowers, whereas the flowering plant are called as angiosperms. Okay, angiosperms, they produce flowers, and at the center you can find the seeds. Okay, example sunflower, and all these are coming under coniferous or pine trees. Okay, they bear the, why they got the name coniferous, in the sense they bear the seeds in the form of cones. Okay, so they are called as coniferous. Okay, and the tree shape also most probably cone like structure, and they have the leaves, it is needle like. Okay, pine, so they are called as pine trees. Okay, then leaves are needle like. Okay, so these are the clear classification of plants. Let us see the animal classification. Animals are classified into two, cellular level of organism and tissue level of organism. What do you mean by cellular level of organism? In the sense only single cell will be present in this. Okay, for example porifera, we can say porifera. Okay, and the next one is tissue level organism, in the sense tissues. What do you mean by tissues? A group of cells aggregated in a place is called as tissue. Okay, one or more cells aggregated together, it is called as tissue. That is same type of cells. Okay, that is called as tissue. So this is tissue, and this is single cell organism. Okay, single cell organism, porifera. Okay, single cell this is. So example we can take in the sense, you can take porifera. Okay, porifera. So cellular level organization we can find in porifera. And tissue level organization is again classified into three. Okay, tissue level organization is again divided into three. What are they in the sense? No body cavity between epidermis and gastrodermis. Example, coelenterata and platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes in the sense flat worm. See, for example, tapeworm, we say the flat worms are called as platyhelminthes. Okay, platyhelminthes. All these worms are coming under this platyhelminthes. That is, there is no body cavity between the epidermis and gastrodermis. Epidermis in the sense outer layer. Epidermis in the sense outer layer of the body. Okay, if see this is the section of the body in the sense, there won't be any cavity, no body cavity between the, see this is what we take gastrodermis and this is epidermis. This is epidermis. Okay, the outer layer, and this is the inner layer, that is gastrodermis. Gastro in the sense alimentary canal. Okay, so gastrodermis. So there won't be any cavity. There won't be any body cavity between these two. Those animals are coming under coelenterata. Okay, coelenterata or platyhelminthes. Coelenterata means roundworms. Coelenterata means roundworms. Okay, roundworms are called as coelenterata. Coelenterata. Platyhelminthes are flatworms. Okay, flatworms are called as platyhelminthes. Okay, so which one? These are multicellular. So tissue level organization. Okay, in that first one they don't have any body cavity between the epidermis and gastrodermis. Those are called as coelenterata. They are coming under coelenterata and platyhelminthes. Okay, coelenterata means roundworms, platyhelminthes means flatworms. Okay, tapeworm example, keep in mind. And next one is pseudocoelom. Here no cavity, here pseudocoelom. Coelom means cavity. Okay, pseudo, not formed fully, so it is called as nematoda. Okay, nematodes are coming under this. And the next one is coelomate. Coelomate in the sense coelom will be present inside the body. Okay, coelom in the sense cavity is present inside the body. Okay, so this again classified into two. One is mesodermal cells from a single cell during growth of the embryo. Example, Annelida, mollusca and arthropoda. Annelida, mollusca and arthropoda. Annelida in the sense, you can keep in mind Nereis, mollusca, you know all the snails are coming under mollusca. Arthropoda means cockroach. Okay, so what is the main characteristics of this one? Annelida, mollusca and arthropoda phylum are mesodermal cells from a single cell during the growth of the embryo. During the growth of the embryo, mesodermal cells form. Okay, from single cell during growth of the embryo. This is the main characteristics of these phylum. Okay, Annelida. Annelida in the sense Nereis. You can keep in mind mollusca in the sense shells and arthropoda in the sense cockroach. You can keep in mind. Now, coelom formed from pouches pinched off from the endoderm. Okay, endoderm, from the endoderm, which one forms in the sense coelom forms. Okay. Now see here, this again classified into two. No notochord present. Okay, no notochord present. Coelom formed from pouches. Okay, from pouches pinched off from the endoderm, here. So all these are coming under echinodermata. What is echinodermata in the sense? Starfish. Okay, starfish family, brittle starfish, all those are coming under echinodermata. Okay, echinodermata. And notochord present are called as chordata. Chordata means notochord present. That is notochord in the sense spinal cord. Okay, spinal cord present. All those animals are called as chordata. Again, this chordata is differentiated into two or classified into two. One is notochord present at least larval forms, but very rudimentary. Okay, very rudimentary notochord will be present. They are called as protochordata. Protocardata. Okay, Protocardata, where you can find this in Amphioxus. We can find at the central there is a spine, but it is very which one, primitive form or rudimentary form we can find here. Okay, and vertebrata, in the sense a well developed spinal cord will be present, or well developed backbone will be present. Those are coming under the vertebrata. Okay, vertebrata is again classified into 5 different types. Okay, one is the phylum PISES, the phylum Amphibia, the phylum Reptilia, AVES, and Mammalia. Okay, 5 major phylum are there in vertebrata. The first one, fishes. From the fishes, amphibians form. Amphibians means they can live in water as well as on land. Okay, example, frogs. And reptilia. Next one is reptilia. From amphibian, reptilians came, and from reptilian the aves arrives, and from the aves the mammals formed. Okay, and what is the special characteristics of these phylum we see? Exoskeleton of scales. Okay, in fish, keep in mind fishes are having exoskeleton in the form of scales. Okay, and endoskeletons of bones and cartilages, they breathe through the gills. Okay, next one, see, gills in larva, lungs in most adults, and slimy skin. If you take the frog respire through the gills. Let us take frog. Okay, frog respire through okay, it respire through the gills. Gills will be here for the frogs. Okay, they respire through gills. Okay, and coming to the next one, this is amphibia. They can live in water and on land. Okay, next one, exoskeleton of scales. Exoskeleton of scales, and they lay the eggs outside the water. Reptilia in the sense, you can keep in mind the crocodiles and lizards, chameleon, all those things, calotes are coming under reptilia. Okay, so they lay eggs, and the eggs hatch out into young ones. Okay, so exoskeleton scales are present, and endoskeleton, the spinal cord also present in that, or vertebral column present in that. Okay, let us see about this frog. One important characteristic is slimy skin. Okay, they can respire through the skin also. Okay, skin, lungs, as well as gills are present in larval condition. Only in larval condition gills we can find out in the larval condition. When it is coming to the, when it becomes adult, it can respire through lungs. Okay, respire through the lungs as well as skin. When it is inside the water, it respires through the skin. When it is outside the water, it respires through the lungs. Okay, so that's all about the frog. That is amphibians. Not only frog, there are so many amphibians are there. Okay, and coming to the exoskeleton, which one? Aves. You have to keep in mind birds. Okay, so they also have this exoskeleton, that is feathers. Okay, they lay egg outside, and they live in water and in air, most probably in the air. Okay, and the mammals. Okay, let us take the mammalia. Exoskeleton, hair. Okay, hair is the exoskeleton, hair, nails, everything, and external ears, mostly giving birth to external ears, it's cotyledon. Okay, cotyledon, and mostly the mammalia give birth to young ones. Okay, so this is the classification of animals. Animal kingdom, let us see. The first kingdom is porifera. The first one, porifera, and this is a unicellular organization, and next to the multicellular organization, multicellular tissue means a group of cells together called tissue, right? And then it is the multicellular tissue level organization is again classified into 3: Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, and then coelomate. Coelomate is, that is no coelom. Okay, acoelomate, pseudocoelom, and coelomate. Acoelomate means what? No coelom, no body cavity. Okay, no body cavity is present in Cylindrita and Platyhelminthes. Okay, there won't be any body cavity in Cylindrita and Platyhelminthes. Nematoda, there is a body cavity. Okay, roundworms. It is called as roundworm. We can find the pseudocoelom. Okay, and coelomate, real body cavity, is again classified into two: mesodermal cells from a single cell during growth of the embryo. The examples of the phylum: Annelida, Mollusca, and Arthropoda. Annelida in the sense Nereis, you can keep in mind, and Mollusca, you know, all the shells. Okay, all the mollusk snails are coming under this, and Arthropoda is cockroach. Okay, cockroach and scorpion are coming under this phylum. Coming to the coelom, formed from the pouches pinched off from the endoderm. Okay. Here it is from mesodermal cells. Here it is from endoderm. This again classified into two. No notochord and notochord present. Notochord means backbone. Okay, so no notochord and notochord present. Again, no notochord in the sense echinodermata are coming under this. Echinodermata in the sense starfish varieties are coming under this phylum, echinodermata. And notochord present is chordata. Okay, the phylum chordata. This phylum chordata is again classified into two. One is protochordata and another one is vertebrata. Okay, protochordata. Protochordata means very rudimentary formation of notochord will be present. For example, Amphioxus. Okay, Amphioxus you can say. And when coming to this Amphioxus and Balanoglossus, this is also one of the example. Okay, and coming under the vertebrata again classified into 5 different phylum. The phylum PISES, phylum Amphibia, phylum Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. Okay, PISES, what we can find in the sense exoskeleton, that is scales and endoskeleton of bones, cartilage also we find, and they breathe through the gills. Coming to Amphibia, amphibians in the larval stage they breathe through the gills. For example, tadpole larva, they breathe through the gills. Okay, tadpole larva. And when it becomes the adult, they have 2 respiratory organs. One is skin and another one is lungs. Okay, lungs, when it is on the land, it respires through the lungs. When it is inside the water, it respires through the slimy skin. Okay, frog, let us keep in mind the frog, amphibian. Okay, then exoskeleton of the reptilia, the scales, you can keep in mind the crocodiles, calotes and chameleon, or they have the exoskeleton scales. Okay, and they lay eggs outside the water. They lay eggs. The eggs hatch out into the young months. Okay, and they have the internal endoskeleton also. The backbone will be there in the reptiles. Okay, aves, if we take the exoskeletons, are the feathers. Okay, feathers are the exoskeleton, and they can live in water and on land as well as on they will be in air mode. Okay, apes, and their skeleton, their endoskeletons are very light, very light, that helps in flight. Okay, and next one, mammalia, they have the exoskeleton, that is hair. Okay, hair are present in the body, that is, you can keep in mind that polar bear and all, their external body is fully covered with the hair. Okay, and they have a proper vertebral column, and they give birth the young ones. Okay, that's all about the classification of animals. And what you are seeing here is the porifera. It's a tube-like structure. In this tubes there are so many pores will be, so those single cell organisms live in the pores. Okay, this tube-like structure is because of the calcification secreted by that single cell organism that grow slowly, it will be deposited and grow like a tubes. Okay, tubes, and they live in the pores, so why it is called as porifera. Okay, see, let us see the taxonomic classification from the high to the low. Okay, and let us take a corn plant, how this corn plant, Zea mays, actually how it is classified. Okay, and first one, domain, if you take, there are 2 domains. One is eukaryote and another one is prokaryote. So this corn comes under eukaryote. Eukaryote in the sense there will be a proper nucleus at the center. Okay, and the kingdom. Next to domain, the classification, taxonomy classification is kingdom next to domain. Okay, so con belongs to Plantae. Okay, and phylum or division it comes. So which phylum it belongs in the sense Mangaliophyta. Okay, Magnoliophyta. Magnoliophyta means flowering plants. All the flowering plants are coming under Magnoliophyta. Okay, which is phylum. Now class. Liliopsida, monocotyledon. Okay, monocotyledon. I told you monocotyledon in the sense only one cotyledon present. Okay, only one cotyledon. Can if you take this is monocotyledon, the baby plant will be here. Okay, so Liliopsida, classes Liliopsida. Order if you take Cyprales. Okay, family Poaceae, that is grasses. Okay, Poaceae. Genus Zea and species Zea mays. Okay, species is mays. So Zea mays. Okay, Zea is a genus name, mays is a species name. Why I am showing this in the sense you have to know the gradation. That is first one domain, second one kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. Okay, they ask in the exam how they ask in the sense kingdom comes below the domain or above the domain. So it is below the domain. So kingdom, next division is phylum, next division is class, then order, then only family, then genus and species. Each and every name of the taxonomical name belongs, it has its genus name and species name. For example, Gea mays. Gea is a genus name actually. Species name is mays. Okay, so like that human being is Homo sapiens. Homo is Homo sapiens for humans. Okay, so Homo in the sense it is genus name Homo, and sapiens are species name. Okay, sapiens are the species name. So Homo sapiens is a zoological name of human being. Okay, see very clearly I'll explain this one. Plantae, very simply keep in mind, Plantae in the sense kingdom. Okay, Plantae is classified into two, what is cryptogamy and panirogamy. Cryptogamy, panirogamy. These two are subkingdom. Okay, and again it is divided into division. So the cryptogamy are divided into three division, that is Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Teredophyta. Okay, this is easy to keep in mind. Cryptogamy classified into three, Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Teredophyta. Okay, and among this the Thallophyta is again classified into two, that is algae and fungi. Algae, you know, that is Spirogyra, fungi Rhizopus or any fungi you can keep it. These are subdivision. Okay, so kingdom, subkingdom, division, subdivision again. Okay, and panirogamy is again classified into spermatophyta. Spermatophyta is again classified into gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm are cycas or pine varieties of plants or trees. Okay, angiosperms are pea, paddy, etc. Okay, all the flowering plants are coming under angiosperms and non-flowering plants are coming under gymnosperm. Okay, so Plantae is a kingdom. Again it divides into subkingdom. Then the subkingdoms are divided into division. Then the divisions are divided into subdivision. Okay. Thanks for watching and subscribing this channel. Share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exam and also participating in DO exam and other competitive exams. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching and subscribing this channel. Share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exam and also participating in DO exam and other competitive exams. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching and subscribing this channel. Share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exam and also participating in DO exam and other competitive exams. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching and subscribing this channel. Share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exam and also participating in DO exam and other competitive exams. Thank you so much.